Good morning, myself Dhruv Jha. Today our topic is India physical divisions. Our motherland, India, is a unique country and one of the oldest civilization in the world. The Indus Valley civilization or the Harappan civilization belonged to India. India has fascinated people from all over the world, and people of different races and faiths come to India and made India their home. So this is reflected easily in the diversity of language, culture, religion, and lifestyle of the people living in India. Today, with a population of more than 1 billion people, India is the second most populous country in the world, and one out of every 6 person living in this world is from India. Now we are talking about its diversity. India is a country incredibly diverse in its flora, fauna, and geographical features. The icy Himalayan ranges combined with extremely fertile plains present a startling contrast to the burning sands of the Thar desert. So the plateaus, swamps, and delta region and rolling highlands, mighty rivers, and a vast coastline spreading over thousands of kilometers, and the pristine beaches lined with swaying coconut trees are all a treat for any nature lover. Now we are talking about forest and wildlife. The impenetrable forests offer a variety of wildlife and all sorts of trees and medical herbs. The mineral wealth helps the industries to flourish, and fertile land is a boon to agriculture. Now we are talking about climate. There is a bewildering array of climate conditions in India. So jutting into the Indian Ocean, India's climate is shaped by winds and blowing over the ocean. So these winds pick up moisture and cause rainfall. The Himalayan sub-zero temperatures are contrasted with the desert heat, and the green hills of the rain-soaked northeast are a delight combined with the pleasant climate of the Nilgiri range. Now we are talking about its physical division. So the systematic description of various landforms marks the physical division of a country. So these landforms are generally based on elevation between the higher and lower land area, and are termed as relief features. India has distinct physical features that broadly divide the country into 5 broad divisions, such like number 1, the northern mountains, number 2, the northern plains, number 3, the Great Indian Desert, number 4, the peninsular plateau, and number 5, this is called the coastal plains and islands. Now we are talking about the northern mountains. The high mountains, ranges run along the entire northern boundary of India, forming an arc-shaped chain, and that acts like a natural physical barrier against the rest of Asia. So it is a climb of mountains which stretches between the Pamir Plateau in the northwest to the borders of Myanmar in the east. So this mountain climb covers a distance of about 2,400 kilometers. It is the highest mountain chain in the world, and it consists of parallel ranges also. So now we are talking about Karakoram range. So the northernmost mountain range is the Karakoram, and it lies between the Pamir Plateau and the Indus River. The highest peak of this range is K2 or Mount Godwin Austen. Siachen and Boltoro glaciers also lie in this range. So towards the south of this mountain range lie Ladakh, Jaskar, and Pir Panjal ranges. So now we are talking about Himalayan ranges. The Himalayas lie to the south of the Karakoram range. They are the Newfold mountains and the highest mountain range in the world. So the Himalayas lie between the Indus River and in the west, and the Brahmaputra River in the east. In the east, the Himalayan consists of 3 distinct parallel mountain ranges. the Himadri or the Greater Himalayas. These are the tallest of the three ranges with an average height of 6,100 meters. There are many steep slopes and sharp peaks rising above 8,000 meters. So, Makalu and Annapurna are the high peaks in Nepal, while Kanchenjunga, Nanga Parvat, Nanda Devi, Trishul and Kamit are in India. So, Mount Everest, the highest peak in the world at a height of 8,849 meters above the sea level. So, lies on the Nepal-Tibet border. This range is difficult to cross except through mountain passes, which are the narrow gaps in the ranges. Karakoram Pass, Sipkila and Nathula. So are the some famous passes. The glaciers in the Himadri are the sources of many rivers like the Ganga and Yamuna, which have their origin in Gangotri and Yamunotri glaciers respectively. Now we are talking about the Himachal or the Lesser Himalayas. So the second range of Himalayas is also known as the Middle Himalayas. Its average height is 3,700 to 4,500 meters. So most of the beautiful hill stations such like we can say that Simla, Manali, Mussoorie and Nainital, Darjeeling, etc. So these are located here. The beautiful valley of Kashmir is located between the Himadri and Himachal. Now we are talking about Shivaliks or the outer Himalayas. The range is the lowest with an average height that varies from 600 to 1,500 meters. So it is made up of loose, soft rock and it is also quite prone to earthquakes and landslides. So the Marsi region at the base of this range is called the Tarai. So there are many broad valleys here. So known as Duns, Dehradun is one of the village in area. So the Purvanchal mountains in the northeast lie along the eastern border of India. They are formed by a collection of many small hills like Naga, Maijo and Lusai hills. Hence they are not very tall. On the west there are Garo, Khasi and Jaintia hills from the international border between India and Bangladesh. Now we are talking about the northern plains. To the south of the northern mountains lies the extensive flat area known as the northern plains or the Indo-Gangetic plains. So it is a vast low-lying region with alluvium deposited by the river Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra and their tributaries. So it stretches for about 2,500 kilometers from west to east. This plain comprises three sections: the Indus Basin, the Ganga Basin and the Brahmaputra Basin. So now we are talking about the Indus Basin. So Indus Basin, it is drained by the river Indus and its tributaries Chenab, Jhelum, Ravi and Satluj. So the river Indus rises beyond the Himalayas near Lake Mansarovar. Flows northwestwards and make a U-turn towards southwest before falling into the Arabian Sea. So most of this plain lies with Pakistan. Some portions located in India are in Punjab and Haryana. Now we are talking about the Ganga Basin. Most of the northern plains lie in this region. The Ganga Basin drains Uttar Pradesh, northern Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, Haryana, West Bengal and Rajasthan. So the river Ganga rises from the Gangotri glaciers in the Himalayas. Yamuna is the biggest tributary which joins it in the north besides Ghaghra, Gomati, Gandak and Kosi, Chambal, Betwa, Son or Damodar are the other tributaries joining the Ganga from the south now we are talking about Brahmaputra basins. It drains the eastern part of the plains. Assam is drained by Brahmaputra and its tributaries such like Subansiri, Bharali, Manas, Dhansiri, Tista. The Brahmaputra river rises near Lake Mansarovar from where its flow eastward parallel to Himalayas in the Tibet as Tisangpo. This is called Sangpo. So the Ganga and Brahmaputra river join in Bangladesh and the two rivers together from the Ganga Brahmaputra delta or Sundarbans, a major part of which lies in Bangladesh. Now we are talking about the Great Indian Desert. The northern plains extend into a desert region beyond the Aravalli Range in the west and stretch further into Pakistan. To the south are the plains of Gujarat, such like Kutch, So this area is dry and sandy. Hot, dry winds blow here and the rainfall is scanty. So the sand is always being blown by the wind, creating sand dunes, and which keep changing their shape and place with the direction of the wind. Luni is the only river which flows across the southern part of this desert for some parts of the year. So Lake Sambar is an important saltwater lake. The Indira Gandhi Canal carries water from the river Satluj to other areas in the desert.